Confused punter, stop what you're doing and listen up. You're surely aware about the potential profits behind successful horse racing punting. The fact that you've landed on this page tells me that you're more than interested in the money-making potential of horse racing. And with at least £500 billion in the market this year alone, you'd be nuts to turn a blind eye to this tax-free income. Imagine the change you'd feel if you had access to the exact bets that I've used to swap my Mini Cooper to a Mercedes CL5, swap my rundown flat on the edge of the city to a plush new bachelor pad in the city centre. Just visualise what it would be like to look out of your window and look down on a city full of bright lights and opportunity, instead of a gloomy council estate with grey clouds looming overhead. I know it might sound like some internet rumour at first, but it's now a proven fact. Number crunching in betting is actually working, and you're about to use it to make yourself a ton of cash. Tax-free cash. Tomorrow's winners delivered today. It's time, literally. Stop wasting your time on long-winded methods or 7-step tips to services that don't produce results. It's time to save your wallet the hassle and watch the minutes with 3-minute bets. You'll see the digits in your account grow fast with 3-minute bets. Okay, now what you're about to see is not a miracle cure to your dismal betting account. Neither is it some get-rich-quick 3 magic bean scheme. Before I show exactly how this works, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Chris Bishop. I'm a real professional punter with a real passion for making big money through horse racing. For the most part, I've been hugely successful, and my personal wealth is something that I no longer need to worry about. So I'll promise to be upfront and honest about everything. If you promise you won't turn off your computer and run away screaming. Agreed? Okay, here it is. Punters are experiencing the double-edged sword right now, caught between a rock and a hard place, with rogue marketers on one side and scheming bookies on the other. The true reason you're still stuck not understanding how the big money is made betting online, you're still waiting for your big break, or you're feeling just downright unmotivated, is because you're fed up of bogus opportunities. But the truth remains, there are profitable systems out there, and you know it. You'll know where the profitable systems are likely to be because they won't have a page with thousands of words trying to psychologically trick you into buying a useless piece of crap. This is a service that not only understands when to start capitalising on a new trend in horse racing, but how to predict the trend before it even happens. Sounds impossible, right? Wrong. Think about it. This is why you've been losing. Your selections are based on the past repeating itself, instead of predicting how the future will be different from the past. And this is where my incredible tips to service is about to stop your losing trend and start a whole new pattern of winning. All within just 3 minutes a day. This service is custom built to recognise high value bets instead of just long shots, or just ranked outsiders. How does it do this? I'll give you a brief overview of just how I can do this. And how in a few minutes you too can rack up profits of over £1,389.52 per week. And all of that is tax free. Of course, that kind of money is not from £10 bets, but with an average of between 87% and 150% weekly ROI, any kind of budget is going to make substantial gain regardless. My formula is a unique blend between my 7 years experience in pure horse racing knowledge and what is universally referred to as a 3 minutes a day formula. Now, I always knew from very young that there were many ways to go about betting on horses, but one thing I kept seeing and wondering why the hell people do it is betting on favourites all the time. Sure, sometimes a quick cash in for a few pounds here and there is okay, but when your system has a 71% strike rate, you know something isn't quite right. And it's not the amount of winners. 71% seems reasonable enough on favourites, but even with this high strike rate, you still won't actually make any money. The first thing I wanted to do when setting out to get rich from horse racing is make sure I was winning on a combination of favourites, mid-price to high odds regularly. Otherwise, what's the point? You won't make any money. Whilst there is no doubt there's a bunch of useless favourite-based systems, there's almost as many systems that specialise in long shots. Generally, even the good system gives excellent results for a short while, and then bookies tweak up their ways and odds to make your system useless. What you're about to invest in is based on the bookies' alteration of the odds to try and counteract any current trends. And that's the reason it is timeless. It is simply matchless. Introducing 3-minute bets. The 3-minute bet horse racing formula is almost ironically timeless. The revolutionary new tipster service that is guaranteed to make up 1,650% ROI with every winning bet. Whilst it won't win 9 out of 10 bets, like some bogus systems might claim, the ridiculous return on each winning bet provides enough profits to sustain a consistent weekly ROI of around 57%. Now let me explain exactly how I use a lifetime of experience alongside the 3-minute bets formula to create this revolutionary system. There are so many complex factors in finding a strong correlated pattern for winning horses, each having a different bearing on the possible trend. I track every detail, the details appearing on the race card, the demographics of the horse, the location and the time of the race, bearing of jockeys and trainers in the race, the form and everything else that could have an impact on the race. This is very similar to what the bookies do. This is give out odds based on the visible factors. It is then their mission to change the predicted winners and losers odds so the vast majority of customers can part with that hard-earned cash quietly and seemingly fairly. However, the bookies haven't realised a fundamental flaw in the way the odds are given. Myself, along with a select few, has spotted the error that has gone unnoticed for some while now, and will no doubt stay that way for the simple fact they can take more money off the masses and then the small percentage of us who make money off them on a regular basis. The bookmakers couldn't put a stop to my method, for the method is playing on the fact that they have to take cash from as many punters as possible, and to do this they need pay thousands for start tracking software so that they can put a stop to any trends before they get a chance to start. You're still wondering how my discovery affects you directly? Well, it means everything to you. The 3-minute bets formula will be pivotal to you today, tomorrow, and the day after. It's just a universal law we all have to live with. This is how you can go from making a long drawn out, barely profitable bets to fast 3-minute winning picks that are stress-free as a Swedish massage. Here's how simple it really is. This is how you can make a profit in just 3 minutes. Number 1, 30 seconds to open an email and check the selections. Number 2, 2 minutes to place the selections at your preferred bookmakers. Number 3, 30 seconds to check your winnings in the evening and smile to yourself. It really is a 3-minute formula. Thanks to my generous nature, I'm willing to allow a few hundred lucky punters the chance to gain access to my very own selections every single day and make the same kind of ridiculous profits that I do. You can now spend your entire life earning tax-free punting profits. By looking at the failing systems, learning from their mistakes and focusing on the 3-minute bets horse racing formula, I have been able to formulate a service that produces regular, consistent winners from odds of 3 to 1 up to 33 to 1. You can expect to regularly win on horses with odds of 3 to 1 upwards, meaning no more 66% strike rate with no real profits to talk about. I spent over 21 years studying the pattern and trends behind the 3-minute bets formula, and I've managed to use this principle alongside your more conventional betting wisdom, such as recent form and starting prices, etc., to make not only winning selections, but winning selections with the highest possible average net profit. I'm sure you're wondering how the 3-minute formula fares against competitors. Well, there is no competition. I am not one of the internet marketers. I am a horse racing enthusiast, and I spend a lot of my time and effort to find something new, something better to improve my profits. I continuously develop and refine my formula to ever increase the accuracy of the service. Sadly, there is not a single system, guide, or anything else that's close in any way to the 3-minute bets formula. So how exactly are you going to make this glorious money? Well, here's how. Now, I don't expect you to learn everything I have, so I'm going to make it easy for you. Instead of trying to give you some cheap, shabby ebook with a million pages of theory and a bunch of explanations as to why my system works, instead, I'm going to bite the bullet for you. With the 3-minute bets, you'll receive that tip the night before, so no matter what time you rise out of bed, you're ready to spend your 2 minutes placing bets and lining up the profits. You heard me, you won't have to do a thing. So simply let your 30 seconds of clicking do the talking. Now you must understand, I can't afford to let this service out to the whole community, as it's so intricate and powerful that the bookies will alter their odds to counteract it. But so long as I hold this close to my chest, and only allow a few hundred people like yourself into this exclusive club, we can all make money together. As I told you earlier, I'm a racing enthusiast. I don't sell systems for a living. My bread and butter comes from punting. I agreed to launch 3 Minute Bets only because some of my closest friends, who I make money for betting on horses, insisted I do. And there's no way I could dishonour their request. But be warned. You need to make a decision right now. I want to make it absolutely clear. I'm going to supply you with a bomb-proof, 100% secure, 60-day money-back guarantee. If at any point during the next 2 months you're not happy with the incredible profits 3 Minute Bets delivers, then you have your money right back. I won't be touching it. Nobody will lay their hands on your money. It will be in a safety box. And if at any time in the first 60 days you're not happy, then just take it out of the safety box and back into your pocket. So if you want to see the same kind of ridiculous tax-free cash profits I am, then allow yourself to test drive 3 Minute Bets and see if it doesn't tip your financial scales in the right direction. By now, you'll realise that 3 Minute Bets is your opportunity to make real money today. This big break will not be available forever. Exploit this opportunity right now by simply clicking the Add to Cart button underneath this video. Only for punters who want to make big money profits out of horse racing. I'd like to wish you the best of luck in your success. From yours truly, Chris Bishop. And remember, the clock is ticking, so act now.